Okay, guys, we're back with you this morning. We've got our fox. We've had him drying now for a little over a day, as you can see. And this belly board right here in part 3, I think it was, or part 4, the last part, I forgot to tell you about this belly board, but as you can see, we got that in there. So we're going to go ahead and take this off and see if we can flip it. Get you where you can see here. Okay, we got our staples here at the bottom. We'll go ahead and flip them out. You always want to check your hide. You hear that paper sound? When your hide gets to that paper sound and it's ready to flip. Okay, we'll turn it over. Get our pins out here. A lot of times I get in a hurry, I forget some little things, but I made a little old short video after I realized that I didn't put the belly board in there for the film, so I went back and made a little short film there. If you watch it, then it shows to put the belly board in it. The reason for that belly board, once this hide starts drying, it'll shrink. If you hadn't got that belly board in there to give you a little bit of leeway, you can't hardly get these hides off. Matter of fact, you just about ruin it if you don't. But as you can see, that hide will slip right off there. All right, we're going to attempt to get our hide turned. I always stick the nose in, and then I start at the bottom. Start flipping this around. You want to take it easy with this part right here. Flipping this around, these hides are so thin that you have to be careful not bust your hide as you go. And what you can do is reach in, just get you a handful of fur, slowly ease that out. It's kind of tough sometimes, but just keep working that hide. Keep pulling. working that hide in there, it'll start to loosen up a little bit. This is one of the main things that you don't want to do, is let your hide go too long, because if you do, it's going to be tough to try to turn it. Just keep working with it. Get the ears out here. Keep working with your hide, and it'll begin to soften up a little bit where you can get it to flip. I mentioned in one of the other videos about the membrane on these. If you're going to send it off to the tannery, they want you to leave that membrane on there, but you have to check your fox real good and check that membrane to make sure on that membrane, if there's a lot of fat under it, then you're gonna have to go ahead and flesh it out. But want to make sure that you don't over flesh it. But it's best to go ahead and get that membrane off with that fat under it, because it'll ruin your pelt. Okay, there we have our hide out. Just give it a good shake. Now these legs, we got borax on them, so when you board it, you want to make sure that these legs are up, sticking up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put it back on our board. Always stick the pin back through the nose to hold it in place. Okay, make sure that your hide is good and centered again. And we want to go in on these legs. Make sure these legs are up. Kind of tight there on it. back up a little bit. Make sure that leg is up like it's supposed to be. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, if you're going to tan your hide yourself, a lot of this stuff you don't have to go through as far as reflipping it. But for educational purposes, we went ahead and showed this part of it. All right, just rub the hide down. Okay, we're gonna come back. What I'm gonna do at this point, I just take it, put me a pin in the bottom. Both sides. You want to flip it over. There's the plank on both sides. These gray fox had a lot of fat on them. You want to check your tail. What I'm going to do, come back and add a little bit more borax in this tail. On your tail, you just let it hang. You ain't got to pin that in no way, kind of like we do coons. You're gonna come up here to the ears. Put a pin in these ears. I better put a little borax under these ears. I think I got quite a bit in there when I was making the video. I got it everywhere, but I didn't do that. One of these lips. My board just a little bit wide here where these lips are. I got to shave it down just a little bit. Okay, you want to brush your hide down. I generally just take my hands and work this fur down so it'll lie right. Don't want to get too aggressive on it, but remove any hair, fur off of it. Okay guys, there's our gray fox, last of the boarding on it. Hen come out. Okay, there it is. We'll be getting back with you with something else. Y'all have a good day.